Hey everybody, this is Alan Fine, and I'm here with Scott Wiseman, who we've interviewed a bunch of times on Inside Travel Report, but he's got a new role. So we're going to hear about how he is now the CEO of Nocturne Luxury Villas. And what does that mean? It means a huge breadth of luxury properties and a strategy that we're going to hear from him here on Insider Travel Report. Scott, this is great. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too, Alan.
So you've accepted a new position as CEO. You're at the helm of a new company. Tell us about how it came to be.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you and I spoke many times about my previous employer and love that job, love that role, love the people, love their engagement with the travel advisor community. But after about 7 years, it would have only taken a really unique opportunity for me to try something different. And that's what Nocturne Luxury Villas is really entering and building something in the luxury villa space that is not really being done elsewhere, and an opportunity for me to lead that was just really the final push that to get me to take this great job.
Well, so tell us about Nocturne Luxury is an umbrella over a number of companies. There's been some mergers, and because in my research I saw Wilmco St. Bart Properties. Explain how it all works and the history of the company, please.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Nocturne Luxury Villas is really only as old as 2019. It's, I guess you could call it a platform company, for lack of a better word. They have been buying up for the last 2 years 5 different companies that all fall squarely in the luxury villa space, in destinations such as Telluride, Santa Barbara, St. Bart's, Anguilla, Turks and Caicos, St. Martin, and Cabo. And so it's not a large portfolio, but we're planning to double in size and double again would be the goal. So we can get to 20. And again, keeping them all in very unique markets that have a really curated luxury experience from the time that you're on the phone to the time that you experienced in destination.
So that's so basically you're still looking for more properties, but they have to fit that niche.
They have to fit a mold of the average price and also how the market's set up, where we have a lot of our companies that have been around, by the way, for decades. So while Nocturne is new, they've been building an amazing reputation in their markets for 20, 30 years, as companies have done a great job. So that's a big part of what we look for as well. And the other part of it is that a lot of what we have are exclusive, so that we're the only ones that actually are representing those villas. So particularly for a travel advisor, you don't have to worry about them trying to find their clients a cheaper price or a better offer for the same home. When we have exclusives, we put the best product and offer out into the marketplace, and you don't have to worry about that.
So help me with this. It seems to me, and maybe I'm wrong, but it just felt like that the villa segment was almost boosted by COVID. Did you feel that, because of the open space and the privacy?
Absolutely. The COVID and immediate post-COVID years have been really good for the villa business. I think there's a lot more competition with places like Europe fully back online and the cruising businesses come about. But yes, villas were a great go-to option because of you were able to have a private residence and still be able to do activities, but you didn't have to do them in large crowds.
Right, right. And so that's when it became more of the travel advisor consciousness to start to book those. And now there are a number of companies that are rising to the top. And tell us now, what will be your secret sauce? What will make you different as a villa company?
Yeah, I think it's a couple of things. I think one, it's a brand. We want a brand that they can trust. We want them to know that if they're booking with a company that is owned by Nocturne, that they're getting a commitment to all the things that make us unique. And that's brands you can trust. These are not brands that started overnight. These are brands that have been around and leaders in the luxury villa space. And it's not about changing the people or changing things once we acquire them. It's exactly the opposite, right? You're never going to find for us the goal to save money by having a call center or anything like that. We want to keep that individual insider knowledge, which I'd say is probably the second point, is that again, we want you to have one of our consultants that you talk to all the time, so they get to know you and know the needs that you have, and turn you over to the right concierge person on our team to be able to build that, and that they know the destination the best. The other one is boots on the ground, right? We're almost like a DMC also, where we control the experience not only from the time you make the reservation, but it's our team on the ground that's taking care of the house, providing concierge services, taking care of property maintenance for the most part. And so that's 24/7, 365. And that really makes a big difference where, some of the others in the marketplace are contracting that, out to other people. And it just makes a difference when it's your own team. And then the last thing I'll add, which I think a lot of people don't really think about, our relationship with the owners of the homes is really critical. They trust us implicitly with their 5, 6, 10, $30 million homes that we're bringing people into, because we're taking care of them. They know we're going to bring the right customer in through a travel advisor that's going to be able to take care of that. And they don't have to worry about going through multiple distribution channels where it could be random or have to discount. You're not going to find that with us. So I think those are probably the main reasons that make us a little bit different. We won't be the largest. Our goal is not to end up having places for bachelorette parties in Nashville. It's more about these destinational experiences that are truly in luxury areas that provide really great experiences.
And because of your background, are you only going to be offering the villas, or will you be offering excursions and trips and other things as well?
It depends on the destination and where the businesses are. For example, in St. Bart's and in Cabo, for example, they're two really good examples of companies that can provide almost anything you need on the ground, from milestone birthday celebrations. Some of these villas have big enough pools. We've done synchronized swimming events to celebrate people's birthdays. You name it, it can happen. In some destinations like Santa Barbara, it's a little bit less because people tend to go for a nice long weekend, maybe fly in to avoid the weather and just want to walk around a little bit and need less hand holding. It just depends on if the destination is ripe for an opportunity to do all this really cool stuff.
So now you're taking over. What are your plans for the company? How are you going to steer it? I guess that's my question.
Yeah, it's a combination of a couple of things. We're going to continue to acquire. We have a long list of target destinations that range from Hawaii to more ski destinations, to the Caymans, Florida, Northern California, Virgin Islands. We're going to continue to expand, I think is the first part. The second part is we're helping these companies do things better and more efficiently by giving them technology platforms they need to do their job better. Being able to introduce ourselves to the travel advisor. Some of these companies, because they were smaller family-run businesses, really weren't that familiar with working with travel advisors, or didn't have everything aligned to make it easy for them. So I'm helping them with that path. It's really finding here's the way I look at it. I'm here to help these businesses grow. I don't need them to report up to Nocturne, so to speak, and us drive what's going to be successful. We're taking what they're doing and making it better through sales, and helping them with revenue management, and helping them with on the ground support, whatever they need to do their jobs better and provide better service.
Did I hear technology? Will you have an overriding technology that will even the whole thing out?
We do. We have a partner. It's not proprietary, but we have a partner that specializes in this business platform, and many of the companies were not on those platforms. So as we integrate, we move them on to this new system, and that does make life a lot easier. In the back office, of course, from accounting and all that, we've also done that as well. But they're getting better warehouse. They're getting better volume and ease of doing business from just being able to use a system that's going to help them do their job better. That's really the bottom line.
No, I hear a win-win there. Now,
Yeah.
now let's talk about the travel advisors, and what will your outreach be to them, and how can we get you more in their consciousness?
Yeah, I appreciate that. It's we're not trying to pretend that we are going to be their biggest supplier that they've ever seen, especially when you remember right now it's 4 destinations. Hopefully in the next 45 days, we'll announce another one. That'll be really exciting, maybe shorter than that. That'll complement the rest of the other brands and companies we have. But it's really just letting them know we're here. If you have clients, this is how it's been a great conversation. If you have clients that need this type of experience, Cabo, St. Bart's, Telluride, Santa Barbara, we're the company you should call because it is a curated, hand-holding, fully customized experience, no call center. You're going to get a hold of what you need. And talking to advisors, they've been like, wow, we've been looking for this. But again, I'm not expecting much because how often do you get a call for one of those destinations? Could be small, but they do say that does happen quite a bit, particularly for St. Bart's and for Cabo. Is a pretty popular destinations where people are requesting a villa type of experience. So it's been a very soft sell. It's really been. I'm here. I obviously have worked with the travel advisor community forever, and we'd love to help out if the need comes up.
All right, so this all sounds great, but how do they contact you? What are the methods?
Yeah, so they can either contact me directly. There's a nocturnluxuryvillas.com that has my contact information on it. But also we dedicated, since I've joined, we put a travel advisor page on the website where they can actually learn about each of our companies. And they can also then contact those companies directly to start a booking process. But quite honestly, and everyone who's worked with me in the past, the travel advisors know, you can always reach me directly from the email on the website, and I'm happy to make sure they're getting married up to the right person to get things done and ensure it's going well.
Okay, and so now let's talk about, you have some incentives that they should be aware of?
Well, I think the first one is that we have aligned all of the businesses to provide a 12% upfront commission for the travel advisors, which we think is really generous and appropriate for them doing the hard work and having clients and bringing them to us. We're appreciative of that. The Wimco, which is also St. Bart's Properties, there's two companies that work together. For St. Bart's particularly has a 15% commission right now for bookings through the rest of this year, and a whole lot of other incentives. So there's festive season in St. Bart's over the holidays. Depending upon the size of the booking, a travel advisor can earn an extra $500 or $1,000 gift card. Plus, their clients will get either a free car rental while they're there, or for Island Air coming from one of the destinations flying in, you get a $500 credit. So we've got a lot of really good value add. We very rarely will have a discount or a sale. It's not really, again, the clients that are staying with us aren't looking for a deal, but the value add is always appreciated. And in particular in St. Bart's, we give credits also for food and catering and provisioning for the house in one of the really curated food stores that are there as well. And Cabo is doing the same, where they're offering special discounts through summer offers as well. So it's been exciting, and the teams, I have to say, are rallying around the opportunity to get in front of the travel advisor and are appreciating. And I will say this too, we have seen that the travel advisor bookings are about 25 to 35% more per booking in value than the ones that come through from a consumer.
That's good. Well, and especially if they get to know you guys and to know what you offer, they can do the upsell that it helps everybody. So that's
Exactly.
great. And I hear, it sounds like they are rallying around you and you are giving the leadership, and it sounds like you're going to do very well over there. So thank you for sharing all this with us. Is there anything else you want to tell? We're now up to 122,000 travel advisors every day.
Well, listen, I follow you all the time, and obviously have worked with you so many times in the past. I'm just so appreciative of the opportunity because I know you're getting the right eyes and ears onto this. So I just want them to know they can reach out to me personally. I've always had a direct relationship with the travel advisors, and like I said, if something comes up in those destinations, here to help, and would love the opportunity to really show what we can do.
That's great. Well, thank you, Scott. And this is Alan Fine for Insider Travel Report.